All right, now when you're inserting your linch pin, we found it the best to go from the ground towards the sky and then lock it down. If you go the opposite direction, what happens is dirt and debris can hit it, pushing it upward, and it can cause it to flip this up and then out, and then you end up losing your pins. So you're better off putting them in up what looks like upside down. Now after we've got our profile blades installed, what we're going to do is, now we've got the tires 3 inches off the ground. So what we're going to do is, we're going to drop it down until the profile blade is about 1 inch off the ground, and then we're going to set it for it to be level. Okay, so now again, we set it up, we're on 3 inches of wood. We're setting it up today to only go 2 inches deep, so what we're doing is we're going to keep the blade about 1 inch off the ground. If you have it a little bit up in the air, you can see as it levels off and matches the ground a little bit easier, where if it's flat on the ground, it's a little harder to do. So we notice right now our blade is running at an angle going upward. And the best way I've heard this explained is if you have it angled upward, it's like sticking your hand out the window going down the road. If you stick it on an angle upward, it'll lift your arm. If you point it downward, it'll suck it down. The blade does the same thing. If you got it angled upward, it'll tend to ski and lift, and you have waves out the back in your arena. Whereas if you get it down too far, it'll pull it down and pull it into the base. So we want to make sure we get this set nice and level. So after we've got it there, then we go back and we start turning our top link. And we'll turn our top link until we get the blade running level to the ground. And then you want to step back and check it a little bit. And you might have to adjust a few times to get it where you want it. But now that looks like it's running pretty much. Yeah, there we go. Nice and level to the ground. Now it won't float or dig down when we get into our arena.
Cool.
Okay, now what we've done is we've set it up on our profiler blades. And we've got our tires, so they're 2 inches off the ground right now. And what we'll do usually is take a permanent marker, and on the jack, on the front if you can see it from your tow vehicle, or on the back, make a mark so that you know you're at your 2 inches. So you don't have to each time go out and measure anything. You just move your jack up or down until it lines up with your mark. The reason I like permanent marker is, let's say you get your horse in there and the footing is too deep or not deep enough for your comfort level. Then you can take electrical parts cleaner or carburetor cleaner, spray it on a rag, wipe that off, and go shallower or deeper, whatever you prefer to do.
Go ahead.
All right, what we usually suggest to store your rail blade is just to pin it in upside down on your unit so you don't forget where it's at or have to look for it. When you're ready to use it, pull it out, flip it over. You'll run it in until the hole lines up, insert your pin,